All right, everybody, let's get on to the second tutorial video where I'm going to show you how to improve the results of our previous strategy and then how to automate that. Okay, which in order to do that, we're going to have to utilize the dynamic positioning function of PineBot, which is actually the whole reason I created PineBot in the first place. It was because I needed this feature and I couldn't find any commercial trading platforms which did it correctly. Okay, so let's go back to our Pine script. All right, and for this, we're using the exact same Pine script as tutorial 1. All right, so if you haven't watched tutorial 1, you need to go back and do that so you understand exactly what we're doing here. Okay, now here's our Pine script again, but let's go into the strategy tester to see our results. Now let's go up to like Aave, for example. We're on Bitcoin now. Let's go up to Aave, and you can see we get a 39% gain over 108 trades. Nothing special. 26% of the trades are profitable. Again, nothing special. So how can we improve this? And the way we're going to do this is actually quite easy. We're just going to change how much money we're putting into each trade. So let's go to properties, and we'll keep it at $1,000. That's our starting amount. But what we're going to do is, instead of putting 200 into each trade, we're going to reinvest 100% of the profits. All right. So to do that, you can just switch this. We're going to do order size, and we're going to say 100 and change the USDT to percentage of equity. All right. So this is telling our strategy to invest 100% of our money into each trade. Okay. And we're going to keep the commission the same. And that's it. That's the only change we're making. All right. Now, the first thing you'll notice here is that we actually get a worse result with Aave. Okay. But what about other coins? So if we go to ADA, we have a significant improvement. Now we have a 12,000% gain, which is a 12x. Let's go to BCH. BCH also not too good. We get negative 40%. How about BNB? BNB, we get a 3,800% gain. BTC, 1,600% gain, which again, for reference, that's a 16x. So you can see Bitcoin really outperforms the buy and hold. And just for reference, if you're looking at this, you can see what's going on here. This was the 2020-21 bull run right here. Here's your double peak, and here's our current early bull run, starting over here on this blue line. And all here, this is all the bear run starting from early 2018. So 2018 is at the beginning here, and this is Bitcoin just dropping, but we're doing quite well relative to the buy and hold. So let's keep going. DOT, quite well. ENJ, pretty good. ETC, not so good, but not so bad. ETH, pretty good. Phantom, ridiculously good. I mean, look at this. This is my God, this is a 100,000% gain on Phantom. Mana, pretty good. Neo, pretty good. Rune, pretty good. 10,000. So that's 100x right there. 100x on a Rune. Okay. So that's it. We're just reinvesting all of our money. Now, how do we tell PineBot to do that? Okay, so let's go into our Pine editor, and I've still got the alert messages from tutorial 1. We need to delete these. So bear with me here while I delete our original alert messages. And as a reminder, you can find this strategy in the description of tutorial 1, and I guess I'll also put it in the description of this video as well. So you can go down and there should be a link to this strategy. So let's delete all these alert messages. Okay. All right, so those are blank. We're starting fresh, and we want to head over to PineBot. Now, if you watched the first tutorial video, one thing I didn't mention was that, or what you may have noticed, is that you don't need to connect your accounts to PineBot at all. All right, this is the way that I designed it. Basically, all of your account information is sent through the JSON message from TradingView. Okay, so I don't want to hold your API keys. I don't want them stored on PineBot. So when you're registering for PineBot or something, you do not need to connect your accounts. You just plug in your API keys here, get your JSON message. None of your API keys are ever stored on PineBot. All right. So anyway, let's fill out. So again, if you don't know what's going on here, you need to go back and watch tutorial 1. But this is the same JSON that we were filling out for the strategy before. All right, but we need to change basically our setup down here for the actual trade. Okay, so let's go back and start over. We're going to do the long entry. Now, here's where we're going to change things up for amount. All right, set to 0 for dynamic position. That's what we want to do. Okay, so for amount, we're going to put 0. And for this tutorial, again, we're just going to stick to market orders. And we're still using the simple bot, by the way. And we're going to stick with market orders. In a later tutorial video, I will go over how to set up the limit orders. All right, so for now, let's just stick with market again. And here is our JSON message. So let's copy that, paste it into the long entry. Control-C, Control-V to paste. Okay, let's do the exit. So long exit, amount. So again, we're still doing a full exit. So you keep this, same as before, you keep this as 100. We're exiting 100% of the trade. Market, let's copy. And what is that? That's the long, what was it? Long exit, yeah, okay, long exit. That's here. Let me move this up, make it clear. Okay. Long exit is here, so get right in between those parentheses. Control-V, good. Okay, let's do the shorts. So short entry. Now again, if we're using the dynamic positioning, we need to put 0. And order type, market. Let's copy. And that's short entry. Wait, I did put entry, right? My brain is not working today. Short entry, okay. And we're going to paste it in there. Control-V. All right. Back to the builder. We need the short exit. Short exit. Amount, 100%. Market order. Copy the JSON and go to short exit, paste. Okay, now, so that's, once again, that is your, the full Pine script. We can reload this onto our chart. So first delete the old one, or remove it, X, add it back. Okay. Well, that's strange. Why are we getting, if you notice before, I know why, because it went back to the defaults. All right, the default was set for $200 a trade. I need to change that. So every time you reload your chart or your strategy, do not forget to change your settings if you changed them before. So we need to change this back to reinvest 100% of our equity. Okay, so now our strategy is set for 100% reinvesting on each trade. Okay, that's right. So now we're back to this strategy losing 48%. but let's get on a more pretty one, like, I don't know, dot. Okay, so just like in tutorial 1, we need to make an alert for it. All right, so let's go up to alert. Condition, again, so make sure that the condition is set for our strategy. Okay, alert name, so give it a name, dot, tutorial 2, and message, we need to delete this. Then, if you recall, we head back over to the JSON builder on PineBot. We come down here to alert message, and we highlight strategy.order.alert_message. Control C to copy. Control V. Go into notifications. Make sure that the PineBot webhook is pasted into the webhook URL box. And remember, again, you can find that webhook down here at the bottom where it says PineBot webhook. Okay. Double check, make sure you're good, and click create. So once again, that alert should pop up over here. There it is, .tutorial 2. Now, remember again, I just want to stress again that PineBot is automatically going to know that we're trading DOT. Okay, if we created the alert on the DOT chart, it knows that we're trading DOT. Okay, so the alert is set up. However, we are not finished. All right, we have to go in and configure the dynamic positioning so that PineBot knows to reinvest 100% of our account into each trade. Okay, so to do that, we need to head back over to PineBot. Let's go to the dashboard, and you're going to see this button for dynamic positioning. Click on that. Okay, now we're given this form, which we've got to fill out and then update. Okay, so if you recall, our current strategy, we set it up to use OKX, and in our JSON message, we used the account name subs1. All right, again, that's coming from tutorial 1, where we had to choose the exchange, and we had to give whichever account we're using, if it's the main account or the sub account, we had to give that account a unique name. Okay, now, in most situations, I assume that people are going to be trading 100% of their account value, right? So portfolio percent, we're typically going to put 100 on this. So this is telling PineBot to use 100% of our USDT. So 100. Now, here we have Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. Okay. What exactly are these three settings? All right. So to explain that briefly, what these different categories do is they allow you to put different weights on different types of coins. All right. So let's say you wanted to trade groups of coins. Maybe you have a group of blue chips, and maybe you have a group of AI coins, and maybe you have some shit coins. All right. So for that, let's say maybe you want to put 50% of all of your money into the blue chips. Okay. So you would put 50 for Cat 1. For Cat 2, let's say that these are your AI coins, and you want to put 30% on them. All right. And if you put 50 for Cat 1, 30 for Cat 2, then Cat 3, which would be your shit coins, would automatically be populated with 20 to give a sum of 100. Okay, the sum of these three has to equal to 100. All right. So the whole point is that PineBot allows you to put different weights into different coins. Okay, but for the purpose of this demonstration, okay, going back to our PineScript strategy, for this demonstration, we are assuming that we're only trading one token, and we want to reinvest 100% of that. Okay, so we're going to just set Cat 1 to 100. All right, now, if you recall, how exactly do we tell PineBot that our coin is a category 1 coin. And if you recall, we did that in, let's duplicate this slide. Let's go to the JSON builder. If you recall, that's the first thing you select when you build your JSON message. You select a category, all right? So you would select category 1, okay? So back to our dynamic positioning. Okay, so we're putting cat 1 to 100%. We're just ignoring cat 2 and cat 3. Now, cat 1 max percent. This is saying, okay, how much money are we willing to put on one individual trade? All right, so if we put, if we were to put 10%, that would mean it would only put a maximum of 10% of our account value onto one trade. Okay, and next we have the cat 1 active percent. All right, what is this? This is a little bit difficult to explain, but I'll try my best. The cat 1 active percent. Okay, let's assume a situation where you're trading maybe 10 different coins. Okay, you're trading 10 different coins, but you have a very, very strict entry condition. Okay, and let's say that maybe your entry only hits about 50% of the time. All right, so although you're trading 10 coins, you're actually maybe only in 5 trades at a time. All right, now if you're trading 10 coins, but you're only in 5 trades, then basically half of your money would be going to waste. All right, so you don't really, maybe you don't want that to happen. So what you would do is you would tell PineBot, okay, PineBot, actually only half of my coins are ever in a trade at the same time. So you would put in a 50 here. Now, you can guess what that's going to do. That's basically going to tell PineBot to increase the amount of money you're putting into each coin. Okay? So I hope that explains that. I don't know any way to explain it any better, but in later tutorials, I'll probably clarify that a little bit more for you. All right? But let's get back to the task at hand. For this demo, we want to put 100% of our money reinvested for each trade. Okay, so we actually want to set cat 1 max to 100, and we want cat 1 active percent to 100. All right, so that's because we don't have a strict entry condition. We should always be in a trade. Okay, so that is it. That is your dynamic positioning fields. They are all filled out. The results down here, this does not affect your settings, right? This is just to check the output of these white fields, right? The white fields are your settings. The results are just the output, okay? So at this point, you could go ahead and click update, and we're done. That's it. If I were to click update right now, then it would automatically work. Oops, I actually did just click update. Okay, so we updated, and that's it. Your dot alert is set up to reinvest 100% of your funds. Okay, but really quickly, let's go into a little bit of detail about the dynamic positioning. So let's fill this out again. Subs 1, portfolio 100, cat 1, 100, cat 1 max 100, cat 1 max active 100. Okay, let's go ahead and play with these fields here to see the results we're getting. So let's assume that our account value is $1,000, all right? And let's say that we're trading 1 coin, all right? What is our output? So what is our trade size? So as you can see, if we're only trading 1 coin, then each trade would be $1,000, okay? And remember, we didn't fill in the cat 2 and cat 3, so these are ignored, the cat 2 and cat 3. Okay, so we could actually just set those to 0 if we want. It doesn't matter. Okay, what if our account value what if we had some winning trades and our account value goes to 2,000? All right, so you can see PineBot automatically knows for if our account value is 2,000, then we would put $2,000 into each trade. What if we decided to start trading a second coin? Okay, so we're trading DOT, and what if we decide to add XRP or Doge or something? So PineBot would once it receives an entry for a second coin, PineBot would automatically know, okay, we're trading 2 coins now. So what do you think is going to happen to the trade size when we start trading a second coin? Well, let's see. So let's change this to a 2, and that reduces the trade size to 1,000. All right, so we're trading 2 coins, so it's going to put half of the money into one coin and half of the money into the other coin for each trade. Okay, so I hope that explains how the dynamic positioning works. The easiest way to understand the Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3 is just to play around with these settings. Just play around and, choose an account value size, and then just make sure that these outputs are what you want, okay? And then you can play around with it, like what happens as we start trading 10 coins? And what happens if I change this active percent? Okay, this is kind of the confusing one here. So I told you before, like if we were to say that only half of our coins ever enter the trade, then we would want to tell PineBot that. We would say, okay, only 50% of our coins are in a trade. So you can guess that PineBot would increase this to $400 if I were to put 50% here. So let's do that. And that's exactly what happened, okay? PineBot would put $400 instead of $200. All right. I hope that is understandable to everyone. And I think that sums up tutorial number 2. So I will see you in the next tutorial.